Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of the Suhoor Bites. Today we have Fariha. Fariha, would you like to introduce yourself?
Welcome, Salam. Thanks for having me, Ramadan Kareem. I
Ramadan
am,
Kareem.
so my name is Fariha Naqvi Mohamed. I am born and raised in Montreal, where I live right now, raising my family. I am a television and print journalist in Montreal. I'm also a PR specialist, a blogger. I dabble in different arenas, and I'm a community builder, let's say.
Yes. And when do you get any sleep? Because that's that's a lot.
It's relative.
It is. It is. And we met something like 20 years ago at university. If memory serves me right, we met organizing iftars for people who were at our university with us. Is that correct?
That's right. And it's odd when we say 20 years because I'm sure neither of us feel quite that old. But
I
yeah, it
do
was
not
about
know.
20 years ago. And you're right. It was just organizing iftars. And it was what a great time that was.
It was. It was. Some of my fondest memories happened while I was at university with some really good people doing really, really good work. You yourself included, of course.
No, absolutely. I think we're really blessed, just the group of people we were with, and just a lot of us have kept in touch. And it's so great to see everyone excelling in their respective industries. And just it's really nice to follow the journey.
Absolutely. Speaking of journeys in a roundabout way, the main question I have for you today is, Fariha, what does Ramadan mean to you?
Ramadan means so much to me. It's interesting. I'll kind of take you back a little bit to my childhood. So, growing up, I grew up in a pretty secular Muslim home. So,
Mhm.
we weren't terribly practicing all year long, but Ramadan would come, and all of a sudden, we would all be
Mm.
praying, and we would be, going to the mosque, and we would be reading more Quran, and it was just special. We would have my mom, may she rest in peace, would be the most amazing host and cook, and she would love to entertain. So Ramadan would mean having my mom just cooking and making these delicious foods and just cleaning and just feeling like something special was in the air.
Mhm.
And it was a blessing because that was kind of the foundation for in my teens when I chose to kind of really learn more about my faith and chose to be practicing Muslim. And it kind of really laid the foundation of so much warmth and love that that Ramadan represents for me. And now, as a mother of two teenage children, alhamdulillah, I just find
Alhamdulillah.
I strive to just really carry on share that same love and special spirit with my kids. So growing up, we never had any decorations or anything in the home. Like I said, we were a pretty secular family growing
Mm.
up. But now it's like I don't like to use the expression bling out Ramadan, but I do definitely love to have my lights up and some decorations and make things pretty and festive and just I want to share the love and the warmth and just this community spirit. It's been difficult. COVID's been difficult, not being able to entertain.
Yes.
I carry on my mom's traditions of just loving to entertain and feed family and friends and just gather people together. And it's been challenging not being able to do that for the last couple of years. And so instead, when we could, we would kind of pack up goodie packets or, baskets of food and bring them to friends and family and do porch drop offs and, do Zoom iftars and just
Zoom iftars.
well,
Yes.
absolutely.
We
We've done it. We'll gather at
yes.
the table and we all break our fast together over Zoom. We kind of show the camera what you're eating that night, and it's just about
I've
community.
done the same, and it's pretty funny when you look over at Zoom iftars and you see something that you really want to try that's across the screen.
Absolutely.
So mixed results. I mean, overall, it's great, of course, because you're there really to see the family and see the joy in their faces. But once in a while, you like it makes you long for the days when we used to be able to do it in person. COVID has been pretty difficult, but we're adapting. We're doing our best.
That's it. And I think it's reminded us, for someone, I'm speaking to someone, even though it was a secular home, it was still, Ramadan was very important for us growing up. And I feel that distance now. I feel the distance from not being able to gather with our loved ones as much. And
Yeah.
I think about people who are, reverts to the religion. and who are new Muslims and who don't have family that they can share those memories with. And I'm reminded about that. And I kind of take it as a personal reminder for myself and my husband and our kids to just kind of reach out and find out how our friends are doing who might not have family that's Muslim, who might not
Yeah.
have, a big elaborate meal at the end of the day. Maybe it's just a sandwich they piece together because they're living with their non-Muslim family.
Yes.
So it's a good reminder, for us all to espouse that charitable spirit that's so important in our faith, um,
Absolutely.
and just kind of reach out and look around, not only at our friends and family, but at other people in the community, and kind of figure out how can we help them. And I remember last year there was somebody. There's a sister who was who'd been Muslim for a few years, but she was gathering some items for somebody who was interested in converting. And she
Mhm.
came to my door, and it was in Ramadan, and she came to my door just to pick up some items I told her I had. And it was almost iftar time, and I knew that she was out making stops at different people's homes. So I didn't think anything of it. I just took what I had at the table, a little few pieces of samosas and some delicious
Mhm.
treats, and I put a little tray together for her, and I gave it to her at the door, and she got tears in her eyes.
Oh my
And
God.
she said, Fariha, this is, and I said, I'm so sorry. I wish I could, it was COVID. I said, I wish I could invite you in and, invite you to my table. And she said,
Mhm.
Faria, this is the nicest iftar I've had in a few years.
Oh my God.
She goes, this is
Oh wow.
the most elaborate iftar that I have had in a few years because of COVID and living with her non-Muslim family. She had tears in her eyes. And so here I was apologizing for just, you know, not being able to
Mhm.
serve her the way that I would like. And yet it had such a profound impact on her. And I told myself, I need to do better. I need
Yeah.
to do better, and my family needs to do better, because that's where change starts. Change starts with us, right? And
Absolutely.
we have to take that step to proactively go and find people who might be having iftar by themselves, who might be having suhoor by themselves, who might be new to the city, not know anybody, and just be sitting alone and just eating. And that for me is a spirit of Ramadan.
Yes. Absolutely. I can see 20 years have passed and you still have that same giving spirit. It's incredible, Fariha. Thank you very much for sharing this beautiful story with us. I think that's it for today. So, yeah, thank you all for listening. And thank you again, Fariha, for joining us. And salam.
Thank you very much for having me. Welcome, Sam.